Hello everybody and welcome back to Final Blade. It is Dark Reseth here, and today I'm bringing you guys something I talked about yesterday. The proved tested on stream with everybody there last night about the fastest reroll method. This does work. There is probably different ways that you need to do this depending on the application that you are on, whether it is your phone or maybe you can do this on iOS. I don't have an iOS device to be able to test this on, but it should be very simple if you are emulating the game to do this, or if you are using an Android. But this is the fastest reroll. I am actually going to do it a little bit differently this time, rather than the way that I did last time and sort of scuffed all about for a while. What's going to happen is we're going to cut in to the end of the reroll here. We're gonna start the reroll the way we're gonna show you the first one, then we're going to show you the second method, the longer one, which is more efficient, and then I'll show you the last bit, which is the most important part. And then at the end of the video, if you guys want a account that last night while I was trying, actually after only 20 pulls, I was able to get a 6-star on the reroll method when we confirmed that it works. So if you guys want a account with a 6-star on it that has only done the short method, not including the other 3 that you can summon, the other 30 that you can summon, leave a comment down below if you want to win it, and we'll pick a random winner probably tomorrow or the next day. Anyways, let's get to it here. I should have been going through the whole time. I'll have timestamps down below for those of you that already want to click away, who have already seen this and want to just see the new parts. Yeah, so we're going to start here, and I'll see you guys when this is done. Alrighty, and here we go. So the reason why we're going to try to do it the way that I'd like to do today is to try to cut down the video length. I know the last one was a lot longer. I considered not even showing the method, but there are people later on that will only look at this method because the other one is going to have an annotation in it that is going to say, come to this one. So I want to make sure that those who want to see the video and are going to see the video for the first time, so right there, entered my name. The name that you pick is stuck there, so make sure that you have several names ready when rerolling. Your country cannot be changed. Your nickname can be changed later for a premium currency. So let's just get through this as quick as we can here. And I didn't already mention it, but the starting pick is the best one to choose for the reroll, and even if you're not rerolling, is Vivian. There's nobody else that's anywhere close to Vivian of the starting 4. And later, once we get the 5-star tier list up for you guys, you'll see that Vivian is the best 5-star in the game. So it's not just that she's the best of the first 4. When we actually add 5 stars to the tier list, Vivi is going to be the only one that's going to be like a 10 out of 10. So, can guarantee you that because that's just how good she is. Now, why they gave us the most broken 5-star at the beginning, I don't know. Maybe because they want you to feel bad if you don't pick the right one. I don't know. We'll turn it up a smidgen here. They're going to have us summon. So for those of you who didn't see my other video, this is always a 4-star. It says that it can be higher. It can't. It's always a 4-star. It's going to have us... You can actually prepare by clicking right above the remove all, and then spam clicking next to auto deploy if you want to go as quickly as possible. You know, that slight, like, half-second optimization is always going to matter, right? Make sure you click auto and 2 times on the first stage as well, and then you get the fairy after this mission here. Yeah. So make sure you collect the souls for the first mission, because they are pearls, which is a like free-to-play currency that is used by, for most stuff in the game. And then so the way that the way that these souls work, these red souls that are on the ground here, is, let's say you kill 15 guys and you get 15 souls. You will randomly get between those 15 souls a distribution of crystals and pearls. So it's not, oh, I got 15 souls, so therefore I'm going to get 15 crystals. No. And you'll see it right here. You see, 4 and 20, because you get more pearls per soul than you do sapphires per soul. Now, they want us to tell us about equipment. Of course, if this is your first gacha game ever, I would suggest you actually read through some of these tutorials. I cover most of the stuff in this guide in my ultimate guide, but in case there's anything that I missed, yeah, make sure that you give yourself the best possible start that you can. Also, I really wish that instead of having to click on the text box, I could just click in the top left, but it won't let you. So now they want us to do a mission, and then they're going to show us about quests, and then this part of the reroll is done. So rather than showing the reroll method twice, I'm just going to show it once at the very end of the video, and I will tell you guys the timestamp for those that are going to be, you get to the end of this part and then you want to know, so. There are no optimizations to this method that I could see improved at all. But the second method, the slightly, well, it takes longer, but it's more efficient overall. There may be some optimizations depending on what you end up getting for that one. This one is just, you just do what the tutorial says and you only get the tutorial stuff. So you don't really get to decide much of the way of things. So, yep. Yep, nothing to do here. Now, somebody was saying on a Reddit post recently about how if you want to reroll the fastest, just multi-box. Well, the problem with multi-boxing is because multi-boxing uses a system in Nox, there is the ever so slightest chance that because you are using the multi-instance, and because it counts as a third-party program, there is the slightest chance that the sign code will detect you and just ban your account right there. So, or just kick your account. I don't think they ban it until you've actually done something wrong. And using something that's a potentially illegal device but isn't illegal, I don't think gives you a ban. I think it's just a kick. But either way, I would not recommend that you do multi-boxing with this method. Just because if the mouse is slightly off and you click the wrong button, you'll mess up the entire roll. Last night when I was testing this method, actually, I did the exact opposite of what you want to do for the reroll. So the goal of this reroll, this new method, is to delete the part that I cut out, the 500 megabyte download. That's the point of this reroll, is to delete that part right there. So, what I did last night, anyways, brain, so this method is you're deleting your character saved data, your account saved data. What I did last night for the method was I deleted the 500 megabyte download, but not my character download, my account. So what ended up happening was I re-downloaded the 500 megabytes and my account was still there. So I did the exact opposite. So know that if you don't do it this way, if you don't, do things the exact way that I am showing you, that, you can, end up costing yourself time. So that's why something like, multi-box especially is going to be not so good. I mean, multi-boxing in general, because of their sign code, isn't a great idea. Alright, so, with this method, we want to gather all of the login rewards, all of the event rewards. Oh, it's going to tell us about the shop. Getting ahead of myself here. Alright, so we don't have to click there because it's doing it for us. This doesn't give us it much, but I'm going to grab it anyways, just in case. And then you have to go to your mail next to receive the rewards. Then you go to your mailbox. Oh, sorry, before your mission box. You want to go to your bag, skip, and then you want to go to etc. Then you want to use your 10 grade 4 to 5 bottles. You never get a grade 5 hero. It's physically impossible to get a grade 5 hero here. I mean, you probably can get a grade 5 hero, but whenever they say grade 1 to 6, it's usually like a grade 1 or a grade 2. So, somebody actually posted that in one of my previous comments. Just use the grade 4 or 5 bottles, they'll help. No. 4 stars are 100% fodder. There is no 4-star in this game that you will find use for. Now, if 4 stars could enhance up to 7 stars, in the way that you take that unit and you enhance it up, then it'd be a different story. But that is not the case. Alright, so I'm actually going to change what I said before. Because of the fact of the origin heroes information that we found, that you can't combine for them, I actually suggest pulling for Shadow. Because a DPS is the best start that you can have. So if you get Shadow, you will be very well off. The only problem is that Shadow is very squishy. So this method is almost done here. Alright. So, we did not get shit. So, we are going to reroll. So at this point, you will then go to the timestamp that I will have in the description down below of actual reroll method, and then I am going to continue this video from the end point of the tutorial for the longer method. So, the longer method, you're going to go all the way up to the tutorial, not do what I just did, and then you're going to see the rest of that. So, I will see you guys when we get there. Alrighty, and on to method 2. So, you would do these things exactly the same way as you would do in the first method. Right there, I just completed the tutorial chapter. So, we are going to wait for this pop-up here. And then, wait for this pop-up. So you're going to do the same thing as you did before. Alright. Alrighty, and now you're going to go to your bag. You're going to skip. Going to go to etc. You're going to take all of these here. You're now going to go to your You're going to go to formation here. You're going to click auto deploy. There you go. And with your 5-star and single 4-star team, you are not going to summon like we did before. Instead, you are going to you can grab this, and you can grab this if you want. You are going to continue in the story, and you're going to hit continue battle, and you're going to continue all the way till chapter 10. So each of these fights, I recommend on the 3rd stage of the fight to use your ultimate to speed up the process, because it's going to save you a little bit of time. Is it the best ultimate that you could use for these? No. There's actually a better ultimate that you could use, but yep. The good thing about this reroll method is once you get to this point, there's very little that you have to actually do. And I meant to use my ultimate there. You just sort of get into the swing of things and then forget about it. Ooh, we got no sapphires that time. For some reason it didn't continue forward. Probably because I clicked a button and made it upset with me. most of you guys should just be able to hit continue battle, and then battle start, and then you're good. Alrighty. Now, the only problem with doing this method instead of the way that I showed you guys in my first reroll method is that you are not going to 3-star everything. You will have people die. So it's not perfect. You could enhance up Vivian if you so choose to, but in the end, you're probably, if you're re-rolling, Vivian is going to be replaced before like chapter 10, 11-ish anyways, so any enhancements that you put on her will slow you down. Whatever, I'll just hit next region because it's being slow. It's being dumb. Alright. So it's been easy up to this point, but you've seen the HP of my heroes. They, needless to say, they're very close to dying. And done. So probably the next stage that we're gonna lose our first person. Alright, we're on 1-9. We got one stage left to go, then the reroll is done. And I can show you guys, I really hope. So if this method is, if this one here gives me a better reroll than the one that I'm already going to be giving away at the, well, showing you, well, I guess I won't be showing you guys, but at the end of the video, I'll remind you guys again, but, in case you're not watching this part, and you're just using the timestamps to progress through. Oh, I forgot to use the ult. Rip. Alright, and we are reaching the end of the reroll. This you have to do. Just know with this, we're not going to summon any further. This would be an okay method, and maybe down the line somebody will figure out that this is actually better to use. No. If they fix this right here, you would be able to save yourself 200 gems. This also doesn't summon on the current banner, so... Ooh, the bare minimum. But, whoops. As you saw there, we, put your 5-star on your team and go kill the boss. The minimum that you can get in a 10 roll, the absolute minimum you always get is a 5-star. So, absolute minimum is never fun to get in a game, needless to say. I mean, at least it was a DPS. A archer DPS. Well, he's using a gun, but you get what I mean. I love how he cuts up a bunch of logs, or maybe he just holds the logs in his pocket and then he chucks them at the enemy. Like, that's some Final Destination stuff. If you guys don't know the reference, in Final Destination there is one of them where in one of the Final Destinations, the start of the movie, these people decide to not go on a plane, and they were supposed to, and the plane blows up and everybody dies. But in one of the other ones, a bunch of logs from a truck from a logging camp wrecks them. So That's basically what his move is. He's basically Final Destination right there. It's pretty cool. Alrighty. Now to get the reroll started. I love summoning, I gotta say. I know some people see reroll as rerolling as something that is stressful. Make sure so you can't see it right now, but in the top left of the screen there is a ×4. That does not mean that it is ×4. You have to click it for the ×4 to actually happen. So just like the skip button is in the top right here, the ×4 is in the top left. That way. I had to think about that. That's embarrassing. Alright, so first thing, you need to grab this reward. That 100 sapphires isn't going to matter. It's part of the reason the way we did the method before was to guarantee stars. These are going to matter, though. So at this point, we've done 3 10 rolls. So all you need to do is do 2 more, and you'll have your 50, and you will be done. So all we need is 3,800, which we just got the amount we needed for. Let me just make sure our hero box is not full up. No, we have exactly enough. Alrighty then. Ooh. You can grab some more rewards if you want, but it's not going to matter. Summon on Shadow. Let's hope we don't get a 6-star, because then I'll have to switch to my other Nox to show. I'll delete that one if that one's worse. If this gives me, this would need to be 2 6-stars to be better. Okay, it is not better. Alrighty then. So this reroll, due to not having any 6-stars, is a failure. But something to look at if you really want to min-max is how many 5-stars did you get. If you got 8 5-stars from your 5 rolls, and let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. You would need to get like 35, between 30 and 35 4-stars, and at least 8 5-stars for it to be about equivalent for 1 6-star. But let's get started. The timestamp will take people to right here. Alright, so you are done. You are re-rolling your account. You close the game. This is very important. You have to close the game. You go to File Manager. This is very important. You go to Android, Data. Then you find the folder that has Final Blade Global, which is GB. You click and hold on it. It's very important that you have to click and hold on it, or tap and hold. Rename it. Put a 1 at the end. Click OK. Don't exit out of here. Instead, well, for speed, go back home. Then you want to go into your settings, storage, applications, find Final Blade. So, what you are doing here, when you click clear data, OK. You then go back to File Manager. You find the file. You change it back. So whatever you added on, delete it. That's why I just do a 1 because it's simple. Close out. And then restart up the app. And your reroll, it has officially, you are now on reroll number 2. So what this method does is it keeps that big bulk download that you do. And all it does is it deletes your account data. That's all you're doing. When you're clearing that data, that file right there that you see that we are renaming, that file is the bulk download. So you'll see here, I still have to agree to everything. I still have to select my server. I still have to say I'm guest logging in. And then you'll watch when we get into the game here. When we get into the game. So this bar right here is the 600-ish, almost 600-ish. It's like 568 megabytes. That download what it's doing is it's reloading up those files. So that is where it would download those files. And you actually get to skip the kill a bunch of dudes cutscene too. And wait for it. And come on. Anytime. There you go. You can now exit out of this and go straight into your reroll. Just so people see. There you go. You are now officially re-rolled. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like rating on it, and leave a comment down below if you guys want that account that I re-rolled when testing this method last night. It has 1 6-star after the first method was done, so I have only rolled 20 times instead of the 50 times that this one gets. So you still have 30-10 rolls from a reroll perspective. The name, which you can change if you want, is Bowflip. You know, figured why not. My old accounts were Duckflip, so yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you want to see this or any of the other variety content that I cover, as I don't always cover the same game, feel free to subscribe. See you guys later.